In this town of Hubli, turning the tap on for water is not an easy task. Raghuvendra Raichura frequently had to skip work, and Vandana could not complete her household chores in anticipation of the precious but unreliable arrival of water along these urban pipelines.
At that time we were waiting entire day because we don't know when the water will come. Even it may come in the midnight also. Okay, let it be. Let it come in the midnight also. But we will to get up and wait for that.
मेहमान लोग आ जाते हैं कभी और पानी आने वाला रहता है और नहीं आता है उस दिन पानी, तो हमारी फुल टैंक्स तो खाली रहते हैं, तो फिर हम लोग को टैंकर से मंगाना पड़ता है पानी.
For these residents, missing a delivery could translate into days without household water. Until this 26-year-old woman took it upon herself to change the lives of these people through her initiative, Nextdrop.
As I talked to people and I started living here, I realized it's a big deal. You know, like even if you don't have your mobile phone nowadays, you feel so stressed and cut off from the world. Imagine you didn't know when your water was going to come, and you were responsible, for making sure everyone in your family had enough water in the house to, take a bath, wash the dishes, do the laundry, those sorts of things. That's an incredible stress. If I can do some part to help them, I mean, to me, that's what it's all about.
हम लोग वर्किंग जो लेडीज़ हैं उन लोग के लिए बहुत अच्छा है, जिनके घर में मदर इन लॉ वगैरह है तो उनको पहले नहीं मालूम चलता था. अभी 1 आवर पहले हम लोग को मैसेज मिल जाता है तो हम लोग मदर इन लॉ को सब रेडी करवा के जाते हैं कि अभी पानी आने वाला है तो सब प्रिपेयर करके रखो.
It all began as a college project. One of the co-founders, Emily Kumpel, was in Hubli as part of a research project at the University of California at Berkeley. She took the problem back to the class, and what emerged out of this scholarly discussion was a brilliant idea. Nextdrop was born.
Hubli was more opportunistic. My friend Emily, she was studying here. She was the one who saw that this water problem was an issue, and then I saw this as an opportunity, a way for me to make lives better, for the common person as well, and kind of help that 6-year-old in me feel like I've done something with my life.
Nextdrop is an integrated network between residents and Valvemen. The Valvemen will use their mobile phones to call an interactive voice response system to inform people well in advance about when they plan to open the valves in a particular area. These reports will be used to generate SMS updates that will be sent to local residents an hour prior to delivery.
We are a platform of communication between government and citizens. And what we do right now is we send a text message to people 60 minutes before water comes to their homes, and we provide water management tools for utilities so they can better manage their distribution systems.
ನಾನು ಈಗ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಗಿವತ್ರಿ ಈಗ ಮಾಡಕಂತ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ರೀ, ಯಾವುದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಮಟ್ಟ ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಪೈಪ್ ಹೊಡೆದಿದ್ದು ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಅದನ್ನು ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ರೀ, ಮತ್ತು ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ರೀ ನಾವು ಮೆಸೇಜ್.
In addition, the residents will be contacted randomly through IVR system to verify the accuracy of information provided by the Valvemen, or through customer interactive sessions held frequently. Updates from Valvemen are turned into streaming visual data using a web-based dashboard powered by Google Maps. This tool will help engineers track the status of valves throughout the city in real time, while crowdsourced information will help compare the feedback from residents.
When we did some analysis on the data that was gathered during this pilot, and we went to BWSFB for a presentation, so they found it really interesting to see the observations that we had made during this pilot phase, and they thought it would be really helpful if we could build some tools for them which they could use on a daily basis for monitoring the Valvemen performance and how the water is distributed across the city.
Before, the only way they knew that there was a problem was when customers complained. And so now they can see problems before they arise. So for example, in Hubli, we were actually sending reservoir levels to all of the engineers. So every hour they'd get the reservoir levels. For example, in Bangalore, we are working with them so that they can actually track where their water goes. So they'll have a visual map, and they can see, okay, these were the areas that I was supposed to supply water, and these are the areas that got water, and these are the areas that didn't get water. So instead of putting out fires, they can predict problems and address situations.
The subscription fees ranges from 10 to 25 rupees a month, depending on your city. And within 2 years of its inception, Nextdrop has close to 15,000 subscribers in Hubli alone, with their next destination being Bangalore.
We're actually in talks with Hubli. They are really interested in providing this service to their citizens. So hopefully, if all goes well, every citizen in Hubli will get these messages.
Shortly, we're going to start initiative along with BWSB where they're going to set up a new leakage squad team, which is totally dedicated to check these leakages, and we are integrating our technology with the leakage squad so that the data is disseminated to them on time.
Determined to solve the water woes of the citizens of India, it seems there is no stopping for this global Indian. A master's in IT from Vijayawada, an MBA from Rutgers University in New Jersey, and 10 years at Verizon Wireless. Rajendra Sadhu, an exceptionally qualified individual, was at the peak of his career. But he chose to give it all up to come back to India and take care of his ailing parents.
There are a lot of people who wants to take care of their parents, but there is no means to monitor their health remotely. So the moment if something is going wrong, some alarm back to the family members is the key. And the last one is if doctor prescribes medicines, a lot of times they forget to take the medicines. So you need some kind of a reminder so that they take the medicines, and my method of communicating back to the portal, that's when actually thought of developing a product, something like this, which can help senior citizens.
His concern for his parents led to the innovation of a remote monitoring device called VZAG. One that saw Sadhu put every bit of his time and effort to create a flawless prototype. Designed like a wristwatch, VZAG helps monitor almost 14 health vitals that can help avert any medical disaster and save lives. Equipped with GPS and a talkback, it alerts family members, doctors and even the ambulance service with just one push of a button.
Some of my family members, where they had an issue with some pacemaker running out of the battery, and there's no system to even communicate. So after looking at everything, what I found is a few things. One is, if something happens on the road, there needs to be some device that can communicate to the family members and or to the police station or to the hospital. So a GPS can give an accurate location so that we can track the patient.
Since 6 months I am using this equipment. मैं हॉस्पिटल को जाने को जरूरत नहीं है, घर में चेक करता हूँ पूरा. मैं वॉकिंग जाने के टाइम पे भी हाथ को लगा के वॉकिंग को जाता हूँ. पार्क में अगर कुछ हुआ तो हमारे को ये घड़ी में बताते, ये पूरा डाटा मेरा बेटा को यूएस जाता, कंप्यूटर में देख सकते वो लोगों.
Compact, portable and easy to use. VZAG not only helps in times of an emergency but also assists in regular checkups, making it easy for the senior citizens to keep a check on their health and visit their doctor with a detailed report at regular intervals.
The VZAG product is beneficial for the old patient who are unable to come to the hospital. They can record these BP and vitals and show to the doctor after weekly once. It is truly an invention that helps save life.
जितने प्रोडक्ट्स यहाँ तैयार हो चुके हैं, अब न्यूली जो इन्वेंटेड हैं, ये सब बीपीएफ वगैरह देखने के लिए भी जहाँ चाहे वहाँ देख सकते हैं, जब चाहे तब देख सकते हैं. फिर उसके बाद डॉक्टर से मिलने के लिए भी डॉक्टर से मिलकर भी जो है जल्दी बता सकते हैं. अगर पेशेंट नहीं भी आता है तो उस वक्त जो है ये बहुत ही कारामद चीज़ है. इस लिहाज से सब लोग इसको इस्तेमाल करें ताकि ये जो है वक्त पर काम आ सके.
A multi-purpose device, VZAC can be used to set medicine reminders, and downloading a simple app on any Android phone can give the user's family anywhere in the world real-time access to their vitals and health data.
Once they press OK, then it should send a signal saying that the customer or the patient has acknowledged for the medicine reminder.
Sold in over 18 countries, VZAC offers a sense of security to scores of people living away from family.
We get calls from people across the country, international. We get at least 3 to 5 requests from different parts of the world asking for distribution of our product, and we follow up with them. We send samples. So we have our product in at least 18 countries now.
An incredible innovation by an ingenious innovator. This device has proven to be an absolute boon for the medical fraternity. The waves of tsunami left people homeless and helpless. When Vilma and Udo Gastel visited India a year later in 2005, they witnessed the pain of thousands in Puducherry. And that was when this Swiss couple decided to make India their second home.
There was a whole fisher village on the beach. It was before it was there, and now it was gone. There was nothing more. Mothers were alone with the children. It was a lot of very sad things there. So we like to help there and to start something.
Moved by the level of poverty in some parts of Puducherry, the couple formed the UNV Trust back in Switzerland. Their aim, to improve the lives of the downtrodden in India.
We were very lucky and we born in a rich country, and we have to share with people who need it more than we need.
But it was the lack of basic education and the increasing dropout rate of children from the schools in the villages of Puducherry that made them embrace this beautiful island and transform the lives of these children. The couple decided to fully sponsor their education.
அதுக்கப்புறம் குழந்தை நிறுத்திலாம் கூட இருந்தோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்பான்சர்ஸ் வந்து நான் உதவி பண்ணுறேன், படிக்க வைங்கன்னு சொன்னாங்க. அதுலேருந்து படிக்க வைக்கிறேன். நல்லா இருக்குது, சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. உல்மா சாருக்கும் மேடத்துக்கு ரொம்ப நன்றி. அவங்க எவ்வளோ கையெடுத்து கும்பிடணும், அவங்க எவ்வளோ உதவி பண்ணுறாங்க. உன்னை இட்டுன்னு போய் அந்த பேச்சு வராத இட்டும் போய் அங்கே சேர்த்தாங்க. போய் காலையில் கொண்டாந்து விடுவாங்க, காலையில் இட்டு போவாங்க, சாயங்காலம் கொண்டாந்து இட்டாந்து விட்டுருவாங்க. ட்ரெஸ்லாம் அவங்களே எடுத்து தருவாங்க. சாப்பாடு மட்டும் நான் கொடுத்து அனுப்புவேன்.
Vilma and Udo Gastel met the principal of Aravinder School, and with his help and guidance, the duo shortlisted 70 children whose educational expense would be their responsibility.
எங்க அப்பா வந்து ட்ரிங்க்ஸ் சாப்பிட்றாங்க, அதனால சொல்லி எங்க ஸ்பான்சர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸை ஏற்றிக்கிட்டாங்க. அதுபோல் இப்போ நாங்கள் ஸ்பான்சர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸாக இல்லைன்னா நாங்கள் படிச்சிருக்க மாட்டோம், கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கூலில் படிச்சிருப்போம். அதனால் வில்மா மேடமுக்கும் போலோ சாருக்கும் எங்கள் ஸ்கூல் பிரின்சிபல் சாருக்கும் தேங்க்யூ.
We hope the children we gave a chance now to go to school. They bring something for their family, and they come out of that very poor situation.
But the closest to their heart is the association with Satya Special School. Udo and Vilma put in their financial resources to help open this daycare center in 2010 in the remote village of Kodathur, where children with special needs were treated more as a liability than a responsibility.
There was a little boy on a mat, and we took him out, and he could not sit without his hands. He could not do anything. I saw it, and I was feeling that's my job. That I have to do. So that was the beginning of a very, very nice story.
Satya Special School started because we realized that there were a number of children who were not getting the therapy facilities that were needed. So when we suggested Wilma and Udo that there is a huge demand in this particular village, we had already identified about 8 to 10 children. We asked them if they would be interested in helping us run a center there. It was always with the motive of wanting to help, wanting to share. Like they've always said that we come from a country which gives us everything. It's time for us to share and give back to the world.
Bustling with activity, the Satya Special School not only provides therapy sessions for disabled children, but there are regular counseling sessions for their parents too. From imparting colorful lessons of art and craft to hosting exciting sessions of sports, this center has rekindled the hopes of many.
2010, when we started the school, with we only had one room. There was no water, there was no toilet, there was nothing. Now we have this nice place.
Now we have 29 children, and it is a lot. We will make a new school like the big school in Pondicherry.
The warmth of the couple has not only infused confidence amongst the children, but has added color and a new vigor in the lives of their parents.
அதை வந்து பேச்சு வந்து தெக்கி பேசிக்கணும்னா இப்போ கொஞ்சம் நல்லா பேசுறான், கொஞ்சம் நல்லா உட்கார்றான், நல்லா தம்பி பாப்பாலாம் விளையாடுறதுக்கெல்லாம் ஆரம்பிக்கிறான்.
Every single child who's coming to Satya has now seen a marked improvement in their lives. Children who cannot talk have started talking. In fact, we have cases where the medical profession has said this child can only be a vegetable, but children like that have actually started to sit up and do some activity. The story of Kandasamy itself can tell you from an almost forgotten child, who was not cared of. Here is a child who is sitting in a wheelchair, and he kind of has become the pride of his village. If you remove Satya out of their lives, it would have probably been stagnant. The image would have been frozen by now.
Working selflessly for the welfare of disabled and underprivileged children, Wilma and Udo Gastel are truly Indians at heart, striving to bring a smile and touching the lives of many.